have made it to Iqaluit. We're here. I'm so excited. Welcome to a new video. It's been a little bit of a hectic day, if you will. I was gonna do a whole separate travel day video, but I was running late, and then I just you either have like a really good airport experience or really bad, and this one was just not good at all. The flight this morning out to Iqaluit got canceled, so everyone was on like my flight, and I purposely always book the flight that not a lot of people from work are on so I can vlog. So then I got like awkward and I did vlog, but here we are. We've made it. It is almost 5 o'clock, and I think I'm just gonna vlog and see where it takes us. Be like a weekly vlog. If you guys don't know, hi, my name's Carter. I'm 25. I work as a HR and talent acquisition and also education coordinator. So I put together conferences, and I put together a conference for our hospital here in Iqaluit, Nunavut. So we just checked into the hotel. This is where we're having the conference as well, so we don't really need to leave. But I'll give you guys the view from my room. It is, I just can't believe I'm here. This is like such a pinch me moment. I cannot believe it. Wow. But my room is really nice, and yeah, my boss, who's my director, has been up here before for work, and so he's gonna take us on like a little tour, show us around, because we did rent a car for the group. So we're gonna do that, and then we're having dinner tonight at a nice restaurant called The Discovery, and then tomorrow we kind of have the day to chill. I think I'll probably go to the gym, relax, and then we have our welcome dinner for the conference, and then a full day Friday, and then a half day Saturday. We fly home Saturday afternoon. So that's what's going on, but I'll give you guys a little room tour. Okay, first, this is the view outside of the room. So the airport is literally, airport right there, that red building. So you can actually walk from the airport, which is kind of nice. It's not super far. I'll give you guys a little room tour. Here is the bathroom. It's actually stunning. This is like a newer hotel. It's beautiful, really spacious. I brought some water bottles, and I mean, yeah, just like your standard bathroom, but it's super nice. Love the shower. We've got a closet. The lighting is gonna be a little wonky, I feel like, but it's a really spacious room. I think this is a king suite. Love the bed, love the frame. Got a little seating area, obviously the view, and then a little work space. If you guys remember when we were in Quebec City for my conference, my last one, it was so dark in there. I had like a room right on the side of the building. So this is amazing how bright it is. You've got a little Keurig. Okay, guys, I did something so smart on this trip. I brought a blanket because I'm always cold in hotel rooms. So I brought my Barefoot Dreams blanket, which I just got at Nordstrom Rack because they're closing in Canada. I got it for like 40 bucks. There. Of course, Drogon is here. Mr. Drogon. Okay, I just need like 5 minutes to just sit, take a deep breath, be by myself. Deep breaths. The nice thing is I can like bring my camera around with me because it's such like a bucket list thing to be here, so it won't even be weird if I have my camera with me, which is great. I think tomorrow morning we're gonna go, they have a coffee shop here, so I'm gonna try and go maybe sit and read for a little bit and just kind of relax, just because today will be a pretty social day, and I'll probably have to get a little bit of work done. When I'm on trips, it's like kind of weird because I'm like working the conference slash like I'm working while I'm here, but I have like free time kind of. So anyways, that's that. But I'm going to grab my jacket and head back downstairs because we're gonna get a little tour. I'm excited about it, and then hopefully I'll have some downtime. We have our dinner is at 7, so I think I'll have like about an hour to chill. But let's head out and explore Iqaluit. Hello you guys, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's crazy because up here the sun doesn't set until a lot later and then it rises really early around like, I should get my phone to check. I think it's like 3 a.m. So we were walking home from dinner because there's really just like 1 or 2 main streets in Iqaluit. I'll put a picture here. It's crazy how light it is and it's 10 p.m. It's crazy, but I don't think I'll be able to see the northern lights tonight, but we're really hoping tomorrow maybe. We had a really nice dinner at the Discovery, which is the boutique hotel here, and we ate at, I think it's called the Granite Room. Yeah, look, the sun rises at 3:59. That is like just wild. Like, it's crazy how you don't even have like full darkness for more than like a few hours. And even now it's like not even really dark out yet. But we had a really nice dinner. I grabbed some clips. I feel like it's nice because when you're like somewhere new, I feel like less awkward taking out my phone and like vlogging some clips. Whereas when we're in Quebec City, like, I don't know, when we're in Iqaluit, like everyone's taking photos. It's such a bucket list item for everyone. So I grabbed some clips. I'm so sleepy right now. I feel like my social battery is just like flashing. But a bunch of people want to go play darts and like have drinks. And I feel like one thing I struggle with on work trips is being able to like say no to things when I'm feeling like my social battery is depleted. Like, I think it's really important to socialize and talk to people, especially at conferences, right? Like, I was sitting across from one of our like executive like directors and getting to talk to him, which is so amazing, but I just like kind of tapped out now. So I'd say like most people want to go play darts, and then me and a few others came back to the hotel to go to bed, and I'm so happy I did because I just want to relax, and I'm just like learning to not feel guilty for stuff like this, right? I feel like if I had gone to darts, I just would have been kind of like shut off and just like out of it, and that's not fun for anyone. So what's the point in me going? Came back, I'm gonna sit for a bit, and the nice thing is tomorrow, it's kind of like if you guys watch the Quebec City vlog, I have a really slow start to the day. We all kind of came up a day early, so our conference doesn't start until tomorrow night. We have like a dinner, like a welcome dinner, and then our conference is all day Friday, half day Saturday, and we go home. So tomorrow we have the day to kind of explore, which will be really, really nice. And we got the tour today in the car. Boss has come up here before to come to the hospital and work here, so he was able to give us a tour to some of the beaches and some of the parks here with views, which you guys saw earlier. And then because everything's kind of like on one main street here, I think tomorrow I'm just gonna walk around and explore. There's actually a coffee shop here, and the barista is from Ottawa. And if you guys are from Ottawa, you would know Equator Coffee, and they use Equator Coffee beans here. So that's really cool. So we're gonna go to that coffee shop tomorrow morning. I'm hoping to just bring my book and read for a little bit and just have some me time. And then they also have a museum here, so I'm really hoping to get to go to that as well. I just have some time, and then our dinner tomorrow is not until like 7 p.m. so I have kind of the whole day. And if you guys remember the Quebec City vlog, it was so cold when we were in Quebec City. It was like minus 40 degrees Celsius, so I wasn't really able to do much. But yeah, so that's kind of a wrap up of today, and I am going to just kind of like slowly get ready for bed and maybe watch some YouTube. And then tomorrow morning, there is like a Keurig here, so I'll probably get up, read for a little bit, kind of go through my normal morning routine. I think one of the things as I travel more for work, because this is only my second like corporate work trip, I feel like YouTube work trips are a little different, a little more like free flowing with time. I feel like one thing I'm realizing as I travel for work a bit more, this is like my second like corporate work trip, is how it's important to like keep, well, you guys know I'm all about habits and not really routine. Like, as long as you get your habits done in your routine, the order you do them, the time you do them doesn't matter. And so I just want to make sure I'm incorporating those habits while I'm here. And I do, you guys know, really value a slow morning. So I think I'm gonna honestly, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous I'm gonna wake up really early because the sun comes up so early, but just get up, have a coffee here, just read for a bit, relax, take it slow, have water, you know, eat something before my coffee, and then at some point kind of meander over to the coffee shop, maybe read for a bit. The thing too is like Iqaluit is, I thought it was gonna be bigger. It's about 7,000 people, and we're all staying at one hotel, so we're bound to kind of bump into each other. So I'm sure, I don't know how much alone time I'll get tomorrow, but I'm gonna try at least. And yeah, but I'm going to slowly get ready for bed. I feel so tired. This light is like also definitely washing me out, so I apologize if I look like a ghost. And yeah, let's get ready for bed together. But today was a really great first day.
if you are traveling alone, you need one of these. They're like $10 on Amazon, and it basically just makes it so that no one can get into your room. There's like tons of tutorials on TikTok, but I highly recommend. I'm like a very nervous traveler on my own, and this makes me feel so much safer. So I'm gonna go put this on for the night. This is what it looks like. And so if someone tries to open the door, they can't get in. So just makes me feel a lot safer. And then I obviously put on all the locks.
Morning guys, coming at you hot with my spot treatment on. We're all friends around here anyways. It's 9:30, got up around 9, trying to get a little bit of work done. When you're at a conference, I mean, I feel like every job is gonna be so different, but I'm working, but they really do encourage you to like go out and do local things, right? Because you're gonna be working so hard the next few days. So I kind of, I guess, explained this in Quebec City, but yeah, like I'm working today, but I'm gonna go and like explore, and there's like a local museum I'd like to go to and whatnot. But luckily they have really good like data up here. I wasn't sure, but the hotel Wi-Fi is not good at all. I can't even like open my emails or anything, so I'm kind of trying to just work off of my data. Thank goodness I have unlimited data, and I'm trying to decide what to do because breakfast is done at 10 and I can't order room service. I have to go down, so I'm trying to decide if I want to bring my computer and just go down and eat breakfast and then go to the coffee shop, or like I just don't know what the coffee shop is gonna have for food. So I'm trying to decide, but I'm just answering some emails, especially when it comes to like a conference. I like to make sure I'm checking my emails like every few hours when we are somewhere new. I'm so sorry that you can hear my stomach. It's just important to keep on top of my emails because, you know, someone's flight might get delayed coming in, or I don't know, there might be an issue with their presentation. So I just try and keep an eye on my emails. But I had such a good sleep last night. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm starting to finally get used to sleeping in hotels alone. Because when I was in Quebec City, I did not sleep at all, but I had such a good sleep. I did wake up, I had my curtains closed, but there must have been like a little sliver of light because I woke up around, so the sun sets around, what was it, like 9? No, there's no way, because we were out at 10 last night. I mean, the sun had set, but it wasn't that dark. The sun sets at 9, but it's still like pretty light out at night. Like it's not super dark. And then the sun rises at, it was like pure daylight. It was so confusing. It was pure daylight at 4 a.m. So I got up for a little bit and I read on my Kindle because I couldn't fall back asleep, and then I was able to fall back asleep till 9, which was nice. So I had a full night's sleep, which felt really, really good. So I'm just trying to make sure I get some alone time in today and just kind of relax, take it easy. One thing I'm learning, especially as I travel a bit more, is how important it is to keep up your habits from home. And also one thing I've noticed is making your hotel more homey definitely helps. Like I brought my slippers and I brought a blanket, and that makes it feel a bit more homey and less anxious for me. So like I had some water before my coffee. I couldn't find any food, so I'm having coffee on an empty stomach, which I try not to do, but like once in a while it's not a big deal. But I think I might go down and order, yeah, I think I might go down and get breakfast, honestly, with my computer, just because obviously we're in a very like remote community, and like there's a few restaurants, but it's not like there's, you know, a McDonald's or something I can go get and I can make a muffin at. So I think for the sake of my stomach, I'm gonna go downstairs, get some breakfast. It's 9:30, and then I'm hoping to walk around and explore a little bit. But I hope you guys are enjoying visiting Iqaluit with me. I can't believe that we're here. Honestly, it feels like we're here together. Last night I was sitting in bed and I was thinking how grateful I am that I get to like share all of this with you guys, you know? Like coming to Iqaluit is super expensive, and it's such a bucket list item for a lot of people, especially Canadians, and the fact that I get to share this with you guys, it just means the world to me. So hope you guys are enjoying the vlog so far. I promise we'll try and get out a bit more, but I am also here for work, so I wanted to kind of share that part with you guys. All right, we're back. Breakfast was Breakfast was so yummy. I feel like a conference is a really great way too, if you travel for work or you want to start traveling for work and you find a job that allows you to travel. It's a really great way to spend more time alone and get out of your comfort zone, right? Like I just sat and ate breakfast by myself, which you guys know is something that honestly kind of scares me a bit, but I don't really have a choice to do it at a conference. And guess what? Nobody is staring at you. Nobody cares that you're eating alone. Literally no one cares. So obviously people are coming and presenting, and so just some of the last minute things I need to do. I need to just put everyone's PowerPoint in a folder so that's easy accessible by the AV team tomorrow. I also need to type up speaker notes and speaker biographies for the MC, and those have just kind of been coming in throughout the week, so I've been waiting on a few more before I can print them. And then I just need to cut up our name tags and put them in the name tag slots, but I can do that either tonight or tomorrow morning. And other than that, we're good. Like I said, I'm just gonna get honestly a bunch of work done hopefully tomorrow and Saturday morning in terms of just like other stuff, right? Like my job has such a big portfolio of like HR, talent acquisition, event coordination, and then also like academic coordination. And so there's other parts to my job that even when I come to a conference and it's super fun, don't get me wrong, I still have like other parts of my job to do. So I'm hoping to just catch up on emails that I just haven't been able to answer in the last few weeks that aren't urgent. I've said this before, I'm like such a motivated, I am like definitely an external motivation person. So I told myself if I get all my work done that I can go get a coffee and walk around and explore a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do just to kind of like break up the day. I feel like the one thing I regret in Quebec City was that I started the day with exploring and then the whole afternoon I was bored. And so I was like, I'm just gonna kind of do chunks of work and then explore in between. I think that's the way to do it. So let's get to working, I guess. Back from our adventure, I just picked up some lunch at the restaurant here. I'm so excited. I love that they gave me a fortune cookie. Okay, I got it's like the most Carta thing in the world. Oh my gosh, these look so good. I got an order of onion rings. And oh my gosh, it looks delicious. That looks so yummy. Oh my gosh. Chicken Caesar salad. Doesn't that look so good? Oh, it's like grilled blackened chicken. I'm so excited. I'm gonna finish up some work and then we're gonna go out and explore again. I'm hitting a major wall. This is the hardest part about conferences to me, is like I want to be super extroverted and do a lot, but I need to just rest and take it easy. But had lunch, took a shower, and then you guys saw I just worked in my PJs all afternoon at the little desk here. I think that's the hard part about conferences, is everyone thinks it's like so fun to travel for work, and it is, but you still have a whole job to do while you're away. I edited a video and I'm just gonna chill for a bit, honestly. I don't feel like I've been drinking enough water because you currently can't drink the water here, so they've been giving us water bottles, but these like tiny ones. So I feel like I'm just like not drinking as much water as I usually do, and I think it's very common, but I just feel very bloated and like blah. I feel like, you know, I just kind of feel gross. And this is not sponsored at all, but I have been using the Hilma supplements for travel specifically the last few months, and they've made a really big difference. This is not sponsored. I wish it was, because I really love them. These are like my second bottles of them. But I also have their melatonin, but I left it at home. I love their gentle bowel movement support. I have IBS mixed, both ends of the IBS, if you know what I mean. This makes a huge difference when I am constipated, especially when I travel. I don't drink enough water. I get constipated super easy. I have to be like really on my fiber veggie fruit game to go to the bathroom. So this is great. I also really love their gas and bloat relief. And the nice thing too is they're drug free, which I have no issue with drugs. I take like Tylenol and stuff when I have to, but it's kind of nice to have something that works that doesn't have any drugs in it. Sometimes I need like the big guns. This doesn't work, and I need like Senna, but this is really great, especially for bloating. It has peppermint, lemon balm, and fennel, and I get bloated very easy when I travel. I think a lot of us do, and so they're really, really great. Also, another thing that's nice is the capsules have peppermint in them, so they're peppermint flavored and they don't taste like butthole, because I feel like a lot of capsules taste like butthole, and that's not fun. I've been working from here all afternoon, and we are like, so like I showed you guys, we're so close to the airport, and I've been able to see so many planes just like take off and land. It's been so cool. And I was walking around earlier with some colleagues, and I feel like when you're at work conferences, you kind of get into your own groups. Kind of like, honestly, feels like high school, but not as cliquey, but you kind of find your friends. And we were just saying how surreal it feels to be here, and I'm just like I'm so grateful. I really do love my job, even though at times it can be a lot to manage, but the opportunities that I get and the freedom I have in this job, I love it so much. And you guys know one of my 2023 goals in general is to just get out of my comfort zone, and I think that applies to work too, because I struggle to, I don't like the word schmooze, but I struggle to put myself out there and to talk to people and make conversation. And last night we were having dinner, and one of our executive directors is up here, and I was just asking him about his job. I was telling him how I was in school, and I'm just like super interested in the whole, you know, hierarchy in the hospital, and I was asking about his job. And then one of my colleagues was like, I just need to tell you, like, you did so great, you sounded so professional, but you were also able to like give constructive criticism like about the hospital. I was really proud of myself for that, because I find sometimes it can be intimidating, especially somewhere like a hospital where it feels like such a hierarchy, right? Yeah, so I was really proud of myself for that. And we had like a really good like 20-30 minute conversation about the future of healthcare and like the next generation. He was asking my thoughts on, you know, how this generation has better work-life balance and all this stuff. And so it was a really, really awesome conversation that we had. I was really proud of myself for that. But honestly, I think I'm just gonna sit in bed for a few minutes and like read and just decompress from the day, because I'm tired and I gotta rally some more, you know? Okay guys, I just got back to my room. Look how crazy this is. This is 10 p.m. It's not even dark out yet. And then the sun comes up at like 3:30. Like, you can see the sunset over here. Look how beautiful. But I'm gonna get ready for bed because I gotta be up early. Today was such a whirlwind. I mean, you can tell it was because I really didn't get to vlog, but I feel like the hard thing is that like I love vlogging at conferences and like showing you guys new places and like being able to document going new places like Quebec City and Iqaluit. I'm also not wearing pants right now, by the way. I'm just like really bloated. I'm just being honest. So that's why the angle is probably like really like high up. It's because I'm not wearing pants. It's really hard because something I really have always valued is like having, I think it's just really hard to juggle social media and having a corporate job, and like not like, I mean, it's hard in multiple ways, but you want to seem professional, but I hate this connotation that if you like do social media or something, you're not professional, right? Like there's just so much talk of that, and it's just like a really hard balance. And obviously like there's a lot of people here. I'm at a medical conference, so I can't like share any clips during the day because, you know, I mean, case studies are presented and they take out any information. I mean, obviously they take out like any patient information, right? They're just general cases, but it's still hard to like vlog. It was a lot easier to obviously get clips when we were like doing touristy stuff because everyone had their cameras and stuff out, so it wasn't weird that I had my camera. But when I'm at a conference, like I am working, you know, so it's just trying to find that fine line. Like I feel like this vlog has just been like me in the hotel room and me exploring, but that is honestly what it's just like. I hope you guys are enjoying exploring Iqaluit with me, and I'm feeling all of the feels. It feels very surreal to be here. Like it's just someplace you know, growing up in Canada, you hear about it in the history and the geography and religion. Like you hear about it in all aspects, right? And it's for, I think a lot of people, it's a big bucket list destination to go to. And obviously, I mean, it's really hard to like talk about it without giving away where I work, but I said this before, like, I mean, you can find me on LinkedIn. Like if people really want to figure out where I work, they can. Like it's not gonna, like, I'm not doing, you know, I'm not saying, oh, I work at XYZ, but like, I mean, I have had people try to add me on LinkedIn, which I think like that to me is a platform I'd like to keep private, but it like, it's up there. And we do a lot of work with, you know, Nunavut and just Arctic in general. And as someone who is in healthcare on the corporate side, and like, you know, it's just so, I've really enjoyed being here from the perspective of learning what it's like being at the hospital, hearing about it. And this conference was just, it's just been so amazing and so interesting, and see all the different perspectives. And this is our first, you know, conference up here, and it feels like a really big deal. And I don't think I give myself enough credit in my job, and I'm really proud of myself. Like I was in charge of this whole thing. I put, you know, together all the speakers, and I know it doesn't seem like much. It's like planning a wedding, right? Like the venue and all this stuff, but this conference came to life because of like me in a way, you know, and so I think I need to give myself more credit. And when we're at the conference, people are always like, oh, you did such a great job, thank you. And like I always kind of shy away from like the thanks, and I'm like, oh no, like it wasn't just me. And something I want to work on is just like accepting the thanks. Like it's okay, because yeah, I did work my ass off to do this, you know. I think the hard thing is you have to be so careful what you say on social media about your job, but I just wish we talked about the hard things. I wish we talked about how it's okay to, you know, not like your job for a minute because you're stressed out, or it doesn't, like, I think that is the issue with corporate life, is it's glamorized on social media, but that's because we have to always be positive about it, right? You can't sit here and say like, oh, I'm having a really shitty day and I had a really shitty call, you know, like you can't really put that online. Like, it's not professional. And so I think that sometimes the lines kind of get blurred when it comes to working a corporate job and YouTube, and I just want to be more open about it. And I feel like I do a good job of talking about balance and being overwhelmed. And the thing is, these are all normal emotions that we all feel, but it's kind of, we're tiptoeing around talking about them online. With that being said, I kind of want to just like talk a bit more about my job for those who are interested. So I work a very multifaceted job. I get questions all the time, like, how'd you find your role? But the thing I will say, when you work in healthcare, specifically in Ontario at least, is that every hospital, every company is going to have different jobs. Someone, like, I'm doing two people's jobs right now. I love the variety of it, but I am doing HR and talent acquisition and like HR cycles, and I'm also doing event coordination for national cancer care conferences, right? And so those are traditionally two separate people's jobs, but those are my big main things that I do. And so that's why I do, a lot of people were asking, I did like a little question poll on Instagram, but I think I'm going to do it in another video because I really want to do like a day in the life of like working in HR and what that's like. But I got a lot of questions being like, how do you get to travel for work? And it's because I plan these conferences and then I am here to coordinate them. So that's why it's really hard for me to vlog during the day, and that's why I like to come a day early so I can kind of just do my own thing. But basically, when I get to the conference, right, so we invite all these speakers and we have all these people that come out, and pharmaceutical companies and sponsors and all this stuff. So when I get here, I basically oversee the like day-to-day. I'm kind of like basically like a day of wedding planner. I make sure everything goes smoothly, and it's a lot. You guys know I'm someone who's very passionate about work-life balance. When you're at conferences, like, yes, you can like get away after the conference, but I was saying to some of my friends today that if you're just attending a conference and you've had enough, you can just like walk away, go back to your room for a nap, which is what a lot of people do like in the afternoon. I can't. I have to be on all day long, and as an introvert and someone who loves working from home, it's really hard for me. I acknowledge that it's really important for me to do, but it's really, really hard for me, and I am just like exhausted and I don't get those breaks, right? You guys know I'm a huge believer in like taking your breaks and stepping away from your computer, but when you're running a conference, like, you don't get that. You have to be on all the time, and you know, that part I find really hard because I feel like at conferences, like, all I do is work and I don't have good balance here. But guess what? You're never gonna have great balance. Like, balance is gonna come in waves, and it's always gonna be like a teeter-totter, and you're never gonna be perfect at it. I'm not perfect at it. It's life. But that's like a little bit about my job when I'm here. So like, I'm coordinating the day-to-day. I'm making sure that the catering and the AV and everything is running smoothly. I basically just, which is nice, like I said this before, I sit at like a registration desk, and if anyone has questions, they can come out to me or talk, but I can just get a lot of work done. So I was able to get a lot of work done today, but I didn't really get to like take breaks, right? Like, I grab my food, I sit back at the desk, and so that's why after work today, which I didn't really vlog much today, I was like, I need some alone time. I'm slowly learning how to have boundaries with work trips since I'm still pretty new to it. And I went for a nice walk. I went to the harbor. It was beautiful. It was just like such a surreal moment. And you guys saw I just sat there and took it all in. And that's like a little bit about the event coordination. But the thing is that events get planned so far in advance because you have to invite speakers and you have to get sponsors from pharmaceuticals. And so once this conference is done, now I'm on to planning my next conference in September. We have like about 2 to 3 conferences a year. But then keep in mind, I'm still doing a whole HR cycle. Like, I have a whole cohort of people coming in on Canada Day, fellows, because I do like recruitment for fellows, which is the stage after residency if you didn't watch Grey's Anatomy. HR and a payroll cycle and talent acquisition on its own. Talent acquisition is its own thing in itself, and then you add in like HR. Like, I do all of the talent acquisition, recruiting, interviews, visas, like all that stuff. I take care of getting them set up in the hospital, orientation, like all that. I'm their main point of contact the whole time they're here, whether it be a year or 2 years. And so it's a lot, but I think days like today, like, I can't believe I'm here, and when am I ever gonna be here again? And yeah, so that's just like a little bit, because I can't really obviously take you guys along the day-to-day of the conference. Like, I can't really share any details with you guys. So that's a bit about what I do the day-to-day. And like I said, I like to come a day early and just hang out. And yeah, I think I'm still learning kind of like the boundaries of being on a work trip, and it's okay. And I'm really lucky that I have some really great colleagues that I feel like when you're in a work trip, you kind of make a group of friends. It feels very cliquey, but not in like a high school way. It's just that, like, you know, you have your group of like people, and like a lot of pharmaceutical people know pharmaceutical people, and the doctors, and you all just kind of mingle, but then you kind of find your people. And I'm lucky that my people on work trips are the same as me. Like, we all wanted to be in our rooms by 8 p.m. We all want to explore, but then we also want to chill. Like, we worked from the coffee shop the other morning. So I think if you guys are traveling for work, one of my big tips is finding a group of people that are like-minded like you, and knowing when to say no, right? Like, they were all going to a brewery tonight to do karaoke, and I honestly am tired. But the thing that's so hard is here the sun doesn't set till late. So it's 8:30 right now, and it's like, it's not bright out. You can definitely tell the lighting is like, it's getting darker, but it's getting darker. It's literally light out. So I actually think this will be nice, and this kind of ties into the balance part. I think I'm going to edit for a little bit, and I think that's why I struggle traveling so much. Once I'm here, I'm fine. It's just the leading up to it, right? Because when you think about it, so I went on this trip Wednesday to Saturday. I upload 3 videos a week, which is my own doing. I could drop down, I know. But if I was home Wednesday to Saturday, I'd probably get like 2 videos done, right? Like, I'd probably do some kind of like daily vlog and then like a sit down video or something. But if I'm gone for 4 days and I'm only filming a travel vlog while I'm gone, I just get very overwhelmed. I'm just very type A. I'm a perfectionist. I don't like missing uploads unless I have to. And so I know I can, and I'm coming to terms with that, but I think that's why I get overwhelmed. But like, once I'm here, I'm just so happy to be here. But editing is a really great way for me to unwind, which is why I love to do it at night. So it's actually really therapeutic to me personally. I think that's what I'm gonna do to wind down. Maybe make some tea here. I'm gonna run down and get some water, because I don't know if I said this, but they have a water ban on right now. So we've all been drinking out of like these tiny water bottles. So I feel like I'm also just dehydrated, and I am someone who's just very sensitive to travel. Like my face is just, I mean, you might not be able to tell, but it's just, I can feel it underneath. It's just, my face does not do well when I travel, regardless if I have a mask on or not. I always get like a sore throat when I travel. I think I just, like, I think it's talking a lot, but also just like the air and stuff when I travel. Like I always, the first like day or two of a trip, feel like a little under the weather. And then, I mean, I have IBS, so the thing I struggle with most when I'm on vacation is bloating. And I feel like that's because I've gotten into a really good routine at home of like eating vegetables and fiber. But here, you know, sometimes you're eating like, not mass produced food, but like when you're at a hotel venue or like a banquet, right? It's like, you know, like spaghetti, like it's just like a starch, a vegetable and meat, and that's it kind of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna run downstairs to the lobby, get some water and get some more coffee cups for the morning. And the nice thing is that everything's set up, so I don't have to get up super early tomorrow. So yesterday I had to get up, or today, sorry, I had to get up around 6 because the first day of a conference, everyone comes and like gets their name badge, and you want to make sure you're there early to get people acquainted to the space. But the second day they know where it is, so I don't really have to be there till basically breakfast time, which is great. And then the conference is done at noon, and then our flight's at 4. But I mean, you guys saw at the beginning of this video, like the airport is like literally like a 10-minute walk from our hotel. So I think tomorrow at noon when we're done the conference, I'll come back up and pack, and then maybe, I don't know, we'll see what we get up to. The great thing is there's free food. I don't think I said that on the way here, but the food was free on the plane. I literally asked the girl, she was like, do you want a glass of wine? I was like, is it free? If so, yes. You guys saw we had wine, mac and cheese, they gave us hot chocolate chip cookies. I'm really trying to incentivize people to come, and it's kind of working, honestly. So, but I have kept up with my daily reels challenge, so I'm proud of myself for that. But my battery's telling me to just stop talking, so I'm all ready to check out. Goodbye to this beautiful room, beautiful view. Honestly, such a comfy bed.